Good morning and welcome back to the garden. Today is Sunday, July 10th. June bugs are out. Now these guys don't hurt your garden. It's the Japanese beetles that eat everything. A few of these are starting to turn, but most of these heads are just now ripening up. We're not going to mess with the carrots today, but I am going to show you how we save seeds on a bunch of stuff. So come on, let's see what we got. So what we got going on here, you saw me harvest this cilantro, tied it in a bundle, and we put it on the fence. We're going to show you how to process it. It's very, very simple. And anything that falls off, just drop. When we're done, we'll actually scatter out the rest of this as part of the mulch. We processed seeds here last year, and that's where we got this Swiss chard. Our setup is very simple, and if you've been following my channel, you'll recognize the clear plastic tote. We use that as a mini greenhouse over the winter. And then we have our harvesting trays, which have holes in them. So we're going to dual purpose everything. Harvest with these. We actually layer our sweet potatoes in there and stack them, and that way we cure those. Same thing with the potatoes. But it also works as a really good sieve for what we're doing now. All you do is where your seed heads are, you just crumple those up. You just take your hand and you just kind of squeeze them up. And they release very easily. We got a bunch here, so let's separate these a little bit. And any of the big stuff you can just toss off to the side. And over the seeds, you just rub your hands together. And that might even be too much to handle at once. We got the... You can just keep breaking it down into smaller and smaller pieces so it's easiest to handle. You don't have to rub real hard. They come out really easy. The drier they are, the easier it is to get the seeds out. Most of the seeds on your cilantro will be up here at the top of your bundle. Then it's kind of like those gold panning shows. You just kind of shake it through. Now some of the finer stuff will fall through with your seeds. So the more you work it, the more you can get that out of there. So what we've done here, we've turned a nice batch of cilantro into cilantro seeds. It's not coriander yet. We're going to go ahead and let these dry even more, and then we'll do the same thing, rub them through your hands lightly, just break those hulls off, then you'll have pure coriander. The other two things you're going to need some kind of container. We're going to just use a hefty bag for this because we're going to continue to dry these, but you need some kind of permanent marker. And you want to put the date on here so you know when you harvested it. There's nothing worse than grabbing up two seeds that look exactly alike and not really knowing what you're planting. I've never done that before. Yes, I have. Because even as hot and dry as it is right now, these feel, I think it's early enough in the morning, these actually feel like they had some dew on them. We definitely want these to be out in the sun for a little while. Alright, something else I want you to see. This right here we know is a beet. We definitely know this is a beet. Here's a great example. Now if you see these seeds, they're little pods, versus this one right here, which I know is Swiss chard. And if you take those off and you look at them, they look exactly like beet seeds. So this is where I ran into trouble before by not marking them. These are from the same family. The seeds look identical. When you're hanging it to dry, you want to keep them separated. You think, well, I'll remember that. It's pretty easy to forget. I've got another example of something you want to keep an eye out for. This is another one you want to identify as you're hanging them. Most of your brassicas are going to be identical. They're going to come in these long pods. They split very easily, and they have little round seeds in them. Whether it's kale, whether it's bok choy, whether it's regular cabbages, when you open a pack of seed from the store, you got these little round, they're just little round balls. But these are about the easiest things to harvest. You just roll those lightly and they just fall out. Makes this job really fun, actually. All we're wanting to do right now is just get the seed pods off, and then we'll break them up. We've got so many seeds here, if you miss a couple, you'll be alright. And then just like the rest of them, just take and rub it through your hands. And when you're comfortable, toss it off to the side. You're going to get a good majority of it doing it this way. Now I'm watching and I'm not seeing a lot of seeds fall, so we're pretty clean. You got one pod here that's got a couple left in it. Most of these pods are pretty clean. And this straw, if you can give it a little, if you can blow on it a little bit, also helps move it out of the way. So I got everything in the corner. Within just a couple minutes worth of work, we got enough seed there to plant an entire field with just a few minutes work. So if you lose a few, don't worry about it. This method works really well to get all seeds out of all flower pods. Anything you want to let dry, you just have some kind of container with sieve holes in it, catch basin of some kind. You can do this too. It's very simple. And when you realize how much seed you can save, how much food you can grow with that seed, how many people you can share with, then it's not work. Then it's just absolutely fun. And I want to thank you for stopping by and helping me. And remember, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family. God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.